So let's talk about your role at Liminal.
Liminal is something, we started the research platform. How secure you have to keep it. We were a group working on multi-party computations. I won't reveal my secret to you, you won't reveal yours to me. Whenever there is a demand, we will sign.
And how does industry view R&D?
There is always a gap between the academic research and the industry. Academic research groups in India, whatever they are working, it's directly applicable to the industry.
What part of research is important versus another part of it?
We don't directly deal with customers. When we provided, they were also so excited.
What advice do you have women in technology?
Women have the capability. They are like some superpower. I encourage girls to do it. Many people are doing research, artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science.
What's your favorite food?
I love anything sweet.
You are a sweet person for
No,
sure. So, Dr. Sharmila, tell us today how you got into this interesting field called cryptography.
Yeah, it's something a nice question to ask to me because I am a person who enjoys mathematics, not a person who can memorize and spit it out. So when I entered IIT, the first option what I requested was not available at that moment, and I was given this cryptography, not cryptography, theory and mathematics. So mathematics is something which I enjoy, right? So I opted for it. Then as a turning point, one lecture which was given by a Japanese professor on pairing-based cryptography, that took my attention. And it grabbed my attention as if it's like, oh, it do some wonders. Because that mathematics, it has something new, not like ordinary group theory or something. So that captured my attention. So that's how I ended up in, we are the first group to work in provable security in India. Not in India, in IIT Madras, we established the group along with my Professor Panduranga. So I cherish that moment. And it's like a privilege, and I feel it's an honor to work along with him. So that's how I ended up working in cryptography.
Tell us a little bit about the intersection between industry and academia from both point of views. How does academia view it as, and how does industry view R&D?
For me, industrial collaboration is not something new. From the second year of my research itself, my industrial collaboration started. Initially with Microsoft Research. So I had one of my co-mentor who was from Microsoft Research Redmond. So what I feel is industry, we try to solve the open problems, not what the industry wants. At that time, I'm talking about early 2005, 6 and all. So we used to find out, okay, what is the open problem that's difficult to solve? And then we'll try to solve it. Later on, when we started industrial collaboration, right, we were able to find the gap between the industry and the academic research. Because whatever we are not doing was not directly applicable to the industry. So there is always a gap between the academic research and the industrial. But when you ask me right now, I won't say there is a gap between the industrial real-time application and the academic research. Because if you see all the major research groups in India, academic research groups in India, whatever they are working, it's directly applicable to the industry. They do have collaborations with the industry. They work on problems what the industry demands also. So nowadays, it's not that big, but always there is a gap between the research and the development. That is always there. Because people who do research, they look from the perspective of how this mathematics, how secure you have to keep it and all. From the developer perspective, when it comes to, they want to deploy the protocol. They won't look into, okay, is this mechanism secure or not? They will, okay, there is an existing protocol. They need to deploy it to achieve the functionality. That's what their challenge is. A small example I can give you. When you have a demand for an authenticated way and a secure way of communicating to a person, people, the first obvious answer will be from any person who want to deal with it. Encrypt the message, sign it. But from a research perspective, we will say, if you do that two components independently, it won't give you the security. There are something that needs to be taken care when you combine two individual secure primitives. When a developer looks into it, okay, it's an encryption, I'll encrypt it, then I'll sign it. But that won't guarantee the security. Even when you use two secure protocols, combining them needs to be proved that will establish the security. That's
Great.
taken care by these researchers.
That's great. So let's talk about your role at Liminal. So what do you bring here to Liminal?
Yeah, Liminal is something, we started the research platform here in Liminal. So like what I said, right, when you start from the beginning, You have the privilege to work on problem. There are so many problems to solve, and you have so many challenges. That excites me also a lot. So, although it's a very short period with Liminal, I had the privilege to solve so many interesting problems and contribute to their IP. And it directly relates to the industry. That's something exciting for a researcher also. When you develop something, it directly applies into the industry and people are using it. So that process is quite interesting. So one of the important thing what we were solving is air gapped signing. So why air gapped is so special? I'll talk about, okay, we were a group working on multi-party computations. It is a distributed environment. It's not one person handles the key, multiple people handle the same key. True. So obviously the nuances will come because it's not individual keys. They all contribute to the same public key. So it's like more or less we are sharing the secret, but I won't reveal my secret to you, you won't reveal yours to me. But ultimately, we have to do the end operation, whatever we need to do. Here, the major problem is, since I told you, right, it is a distributed environment. We need to communicate with each other. Even if you want to sign a transaction, we need to communicate with each other. People claim there are offline mechanisms, but what they will do is, a priori, well ahead, we will communicate, establish some common parameters. Then after that, whenever there is a demand, we will sign it. This is not purely offline. What we were trying to achieve something, it's called purely offline, not something like a hybrid mechanism. So we can proudly say that this is the first time we are doing something like that. That's quite okay for a researcher. You can understand, right? Doing something which is not doable by the industry, which is operating for almost a decade, right? So that's something quite interesting for me. Yeah.
That's really nice to know. Tell me, when you look at customers, for example, do you interact with some customers? How do you even think what part of research is important versus another part of research?
Yeah, that's really important because we can't simply go on inventing things based on the generic audience. What Liminal needs, that's also one of them. We don't directly deal with customers, but we do get requirements from the people who interact directly with the customer. So we do have a direct relationship with them and we understand what they need. And on top of it, what we can add so that the customer will also get excited. Because this is not something that the customer needed. When we provided, they were also so excited. Okay, that's what we needed. They also
didn't know that they needed it.
Yeah, okay. Because they were already like, okay, this is what people can do it. These are all the existing. Because something is served on a table and they were about to pick it up. And when we announced, okay, we can do something different, they were all excited. So that excites us also because it's what you want. When you develop something, when somebody is ready to take it up, that's where we were successful.
Great. So nice. So tell us a little bit about any difference between developing products for the APAC or MENA region versus, or rather not developing, R&D for this region, APAC. Is there any difference globally?
We don't discriminate people based on the region. Although it is different region, the ultimate requirement for them is decentralized security. They don't want some centralized failures. So it is not just for this domain or anything. Anybody who wanted to have some decentralized security, they don't want even their operation mechanism to be online at any point. This serves their needs. It's not region based. It's for every customer who wants to enjoy this privilege of having everything, whatever I have, to be offline. Not even my key, even my operation, it's offline.
So a lot of people, especially women in technology, aspire to go into new fields like yourself, cryptography. I'm thinking it's relatively new. And what advice do you have for everyone and especially for women in technology?
You know, women take up multiple roles. Women have the capability. They are like some superpower. Being a mom, being a teacher to their kids, or even take it myself. I mentor many students. Even here, I take up interns because that's something I enjoy. Because not only I should do it, I should let others also enjoy this. So people who are enthusiastic about mathematics, I'm talking about cryptography, it's not in generic, not with respect to mathematics, any field that excites them, they should explore. And yeah, always the question, what? If they say you can't do it, that's what I also feel, okay, why can't I do it? When there is a barrier, whatever the problem, we solved it, right? okay, they've stopped. Okay, this is the limit. What maximum? Why there is a limit? Why can't we break that
So
limit? Breaking
challenge.
the barrier. Yeah.
Breaking the barrier, challenging the
So
barrier.
women, I do think many women are doing it, not only myself, but I encourage girls to do it because this is something that they can cherish. They will have their own identity. It's not something that you will be lost among the crowd. When you acquire something that is unique to yourself, that creates your identity. Women, okay, we were striving to get our identity. So this gives you the privilege. Okay, you are so and so. With that credibility, okay, she has the skill set to do this. Because not many women are into research. I can understand, completely understand. But nowadays, many people are doing research, not only theory or mathematics, in many fields like artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science. Yeah, we can see a lot of data scientists and many women entrepreneurs. Quite exciting. Not when the days when we started, right? At that time, you can count the number of women leaderships. But now it's quite interesting to see a lot of women folks coming up.
Okay, now some fun questions. Tell us about your favorite place to visit.
Favorite place. I enjoy traveling. So it's not a particular place. Being with my family, that too on a road trip. Because we don't want to rush ourselves to any places. The next destination what we wanted to go is Kashmir on a road trip.
Oh,
From
very
Chennai
nice.
to Kashmir.
Chennai to Kashmir. Okay.
With family.
Great.
I enjoy traveling with my family.
That's-
Because everybody, they love traveling. So it's one of our.
What's the last movie you watched?
The last one is, I think, it's a Malayalam movie. I totally enjoyed that movie. Yeah, it's not a Malayalam movie. It's a Tamil movie. Tourist Family.
Tourist Family. Excellent. What's your favorite food?
I am a foodie. I love anything sweet. If you write on a plate, it's sweet. I enjoy eating. People usually ask me, are you on a diet? I can't control my mouth. Anything if I see sweet, immediately. All the people who worked with me, they know me. I am a sweet person.
You are a sweet person for
No,
sure. Okay, one last question. How do you stay energized? What gives you the ability to come back to work and challenge all these barriers that you're challenging?
That's everyone asks me because even my team asks me, even at this age, how you are being so energetic. But I can't sit idle. That's one thing because I wanted to do something. It's not just research. I enjoy doing art. I mentioned about it, right? My daughter is a classical dancer. I do her makeup. I do her costumes and all when she wants it. Being part of their life also. So I enjoy doing everything. It's not just research and all. I keep myself occupied. I can't sit idle. I don't know, maybe it's gifted by my parents.
Any sport that you like?
No, I forgot to mention that I play tennis
Okay.
now. But previously I was a basketball and football player,
Oh.
athlete too. So during my college and school days. But yeah, now it's not athlete. But regularly I play tennis and Zumba.
Oh, very nice. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Yeah, nice talking to you too.